Hey guys, Ed Hubs. Got a tank here that I'm going to show you how to do some in-depth flames. I'm going to do some intertwined flames with pinstripes around the edges of it. We're going to use a little bit of wrinkle wrap. Now, I've already shown you in Volume 1 and Volume 2 of Complete Guide to Paint Your Bike, how to prep a bike, how to get it ready to this point. I've already done all that on these parts here. I've painted them and cleared them. Now I've sanded them with 600 and they're ready to start doing our layout. And that's what this is about, is how to do the layout, how to do all the flames where they cross over each other, how to do the shadows. So let's get right into it. Got our Fender all ready. We've prepped it out with 600. I'm going to use some 1/8" blue fine line from 3M. And you can buy all your products from coastairbrush.com. That's where I buy all my supplies. Everything I use in my videos this is exactly where I purchase them. Just keep following everything all the way down. What I think I'm going to do is the same as I did the other side over there. Just basically, when it comes down there, go ahead and end it out. About something like that. Yep, that's what we're going to do right there. Now I'm just going to take 1/2" tape, lay everything out. Now a lot of times I'll lay out my flames where I have a 1/2", 3/4 inch gap, so it just is a lot easier when you're laying things out, where you can just put a piece in, but that's not what the customer wanted on this one. I kind of followed his design that he wanted, intertwined flames, long and lacy. So I'm going to go ahead and lay everything out in 1/2", and then we'll go ahead and take our razor knife and we're going to cut everything. Now since I'm laying this out, I'll go ahead and show you something here. Let's get this laid out right here. Basically this is what I'm going to do, is just go around everything with 1/2" tape. Like so. I'll even go inside and we'll cut some of this. We're gonna have to use a razor knife at some point. Well, I've got the fender all laid out. You can see it looks pretty cool. Now I'm going to double and triple check all of my edges, make sure everything's sealed down, make sure there's nothing that can get paint blown back underneath it. Once we got all that good, now I'm going to take it into the other room here and I'm going to actually apply some black base coat to it and then let this one set and move on to the next one. Well, got it all done. Ready to go base it out in black right now. So this is what the finished product looks like. Now the fun begins. This is where it really gets complicated. I'm taking this is actually 32nd inch tape. Or no, this is, I think this is 16th inch, because this is 1/8" inch that I used. Yeah, this is 16th inch. And we're going to run a line all the way around it. And basically what this is going to be is our pinstripe line. Now it really gets difficult to see, so you might have to turn it different angles. I got a light right here that I use to see, and a pair of glasses because I'm getting blind. Like that. Now I'll make it go under here, so I got to do it exactly the opposite of what I just did. So this one's going under, so I'm going to cut it here. Alright, I got my plastic all laid out here and ready to go. I'm actually going to do that fender. What I'm going to do is spray the Galaxy Gray Metallic in my touch-up gun here on top of the plastic, then I'm going to flip it over and lay it on that. Put a nice coat on it, get it nice and wet. spots we need to touch up. Got a couple over here I'm going to touch up. Got a couple spots right here I need to touch up. You just spray it on the bag and dab it on there. Now we'll go ahead and shadow it just a little bit. What I'm going to do is take some 1/2" tape and put it on the side that I don't want any black on, because I'm going to use black for the shadowing. So we'll just put it like this. I'm going to shadow this part here. We'll do the same thing here. Now, something I stress very heavily is to do a test panel before you guys commit to doing a bike or anything, a car, whatever. But I did a test panel right here, and what I did is, this is the original color, this square right here. This is the original color that I painted the parts. Now what I did from that point is I taped it off right here, and I did my wrinkle wrap, same as what I did on my flame. From that point, I took and taped off this square, leaving the original color. Then I applied 5 coats of candy apple red candy from House of Color over top of this, leaving that color. Now I'm going to take some wax and grease remover. Now this is a urethane, so you can do this, but you can squirt it on there, and that gives the effect of what it's going to look like when it's cleared. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a close-up. This is why I do a test panel, because if I would have left it like that, this is what the combination would look like. Now this is what the combination is going to look like, because I like this way better than that look. Now this is what it's going to look like when I spray wax and grease remover on it, and this is the appearance that it'll have when it's clear coated. You can see the difference. I mean, this color right here is the original color I painted the bike, and if you wouldn't have seen it with the candy over top of it, you think, wow, that's a, you know, it's a good looking color, but it almost looks pink there. But I'll zoom in and show you what it looks like. And cleared the tank, and then when we sanded and buffed it, you remember when I did the wrinkle wrap here, the silver kind of came up on an edge on the Harley Davidson logo, and when we buffed it, you can see a little bit of a silver edge. So I went and sanded the tank back down with 600, and right now what I'm doing is going back in with clear transfer paper that you can also buy at Coast Airbrush. It's made by Art Tool. And this works awesome because you can see exactly where the lettering is, and you know exactly where to cut. From this point I'm going to cut out the letter R, because that's the one we got to fix here. And then I'm going to lightly airbrush that back in, and we're going to clear it again. Yeah, it seems like a lot of work just for that, but the customer wants it perfect, so that's what we're going to do. When you guys are done taking the transfer paper off, especially the clear, make sure you wipe with wax and grease remover to clean the surface off, because sometimes it leaves a little residue. And remember, I'm using house color and these are urethanes. It's going to be different if you're using water-based, so don't do the same technique as what I'm doing right here. This is only because it's urethanes. And remember guys, when you guys are doing a job, and like I say, I told the customer that this was here, he didn't even know it. It's just something I do. It's probably not necessary to do it to every single job you do. But this is a pretty high-end job for a good customer. And when he came here, I knew that this was there. We've seen it. It was very small, very, very minor. 90% chance probably would have went and nobody would ever seen it. But if one person sees it, then everybody's going to say, well, who did that? Well, I knew it was there. I explained it to the customer. I gave him the choice whether he wanted it fixed or not. You know, I'd already put 3 coats of clear on it. We'd already sanded and buffed it. It was done. But that's what you do. In order to make it right to your customer and get 10 more customers, instead of him telling 10 customers I didn't fix it, there's why I do it.